Adam Schiff, who is the swampiest of slimiest swamp rats. This guy is disgusting. He is a filthy human being. He is the ranking Democrat in House Intel. He is a police state tyrant, make no mistake. He is the lead scoundrel fighting the release of... Scoundrel? Is that even a word anymore? Scoundrel. You scoundrel! He's the lead scoundrel fighting the release of this memo because he's protecting the police state and the image of Barack Obama as a good guy, which is about to be annihilated. So his first theory out there that he threw out there to try and distract everyone, which of course the media jumped on, was the release the memo hashtag on Twitter, Joe, was all Russian bots. We're all Russians, but like the modern day McCarthyism. Joe, if you tweeted release the memo, you're a Russian bot. Well, that was debunked almost immediately, even by left-wing outlets that showed that, of course, it's very easy to do Twitter and social media back-end analytics. Twitter and Facebook figured out, Joe, unsurprisingly to anyone, that it was actually Americans who were tweeting release the memo who want government transparency. Oh my gosh, shocking to Democrats that, Republicans and rank-and-file working-class American citizens want some government transparency. I know Adam Schiff wants to protect the police state and all, but that... Now, keep in mind, Joe, you have to understand this, folks. Remember, Obama spied on Trump. The Democrats need to cover it up. The memo is going to expose them for what they are. Police state tyrants who spied on Trump. Schiff is the lead protector right now of the police state. He has to lie publicly to make this memo disappear. So first was release the memo as a Russian bot thing. He knows it's a lie, by the way, because Schiff, for the big of a scoundrel as he is not stupid. Do not underestimate the man. He is tactically trying to be very smart here. He then moved on to, we are going to release a counter memo that is going to show that this is a partisan document and, in fact, not true and is designed to mislead you. Now, Andy McCarthy has a terrific piece, as he always does, at National Review, and Andy's a straight shooter. Andy does not... Yes. I'm a little more emotional than Andy is. Andy's a lawyer. He was a DOJ lawyer. He's been involved in some significant terrorism cases. He's a brilliant guy. I know Andy personally. He's a wonderful guy personally as well. Andy has a great piece at National Review where he says, listen, facts aren't partisan. If you release the memo, Joe, it's either true or not. Mm-hmm. In other words, did this stuff in the memo happen or didn't it? A partisan opinion would be something like, saying, well, this is a neoconservative approach to foreign policy, and here's why I feel the way I do. And, there may be another way to say that. Well, here's a liberal approach to foreign policy, here's an isolationist approach, and you're all going to bring a certain series of facts to the table that'll buttress your argument. The memo, that's not what this is, folks. Yes, it will be released by Republicans. Nobody's disputing that. But the stuff either happened or it didn't. Either we accessed the metadata and spied on Trump's emails and his team's phone conversations, or we didn't. Do you really think Devin Nunes is going to put his professional reputation on the line by saying things happened that didn't happen? Again, Obama spied on Trump. The memo is going to show that. The Democrats and their media buddies and some swamp rat Republicans are absolutely committed to making this memo go away. Story number one, Russian bots, that disappeared. Mm-hmm. Story number two, this is nothing but a partisan document. There are no such things as partisan facts. There are only partisan people who want to say facts are partisan. Either we spied on the guy using the database. By the way, the document, just so you understand, folks, the reason the memo has the Democrats freaked out is because it actually names names as well. Oh. Now, Joe. Yeah. You and I are not litigators. We're not lawyers. But I think it's incredibly obvious that if the document names names, number one, and procedures and methods here, that, number one, Nunes is not going to risk his reputation by lying about what's easily provable as happening or not happening. But secondly, you think for a second this guy's going to name names knowing his butt could be sued if this stuff didn't happen? Hell no. I mean, come on, folks. I mean, let's be realistic here. I know there are a lot of liberal hacks out there who don't want to believe anything that would reflect poorly on Obama, but just accept the fact that your goose is cooked. It's cooked. You're caught. This is your Watergate. Matter of fact, my humble opinion, I think it's a measure worse. This is your war. Folks, listen, libs. take the Ipecac. You know Ipecac, right? Remember when you know what that is, right, Joe? Yeah. If you swallowed a poison, they give you Ipecac syrup, which is gross and make you throw up. Just take the Ipecac. Take the Ipecac. It's coming. Folks, have no fear. Everybody emailed me and said, oh, why are you not so worried about people coming out in handcuffs? That's not what I'm saying. They may very well be arrested. I'm just telling you, folks, justice is coming in some form. There is no way to hide what happened. There are records of it. There are names. There are texts. There's an ongoing OIG investigation, Office of Inspector General investigation, by Michael Horowitz. That is going to be damning for the Democrats. Take it. Take the Tussin. Ever see that Chris Rock skit about Robitussin? Remember, Joe, when we were kids, they give you Robitussin for everything, right? Chris Rock is a great skit on this. You break your leg, take a little Tussin. Yeah. You have an ear infection, a little Tussin will do. That's true. When I was a kid, Robitussin for everything, right? Take the Tussin. Take it. It's over. Folks, I'm telling you, our country has very significant problems. Yeah. But even the hack police state media, their hack police state Democrat allies on the Hill, and the hacked police state liberal activists who are trying to enforce a new era of rogue government surveillance are not going to be able to succeed. You can't hide this stuff anymore. Walter Cronkite, Tom Brokaw, Peter Jennings, David Brinkley, that era's over when they controlled the narrative. You now have Drudge Report, you now have Conservative Review, you have Breitbart, you have Fox News, you have areas out there where people who, some are partisan, some are, and I do a lot of work with Fox. I know they make a very concerted effort to get both sides of a story out there, but they are not going to cover for you anymore. I'm sorry to, drone on about this, folks. I have a lot to get to, but it's important you understand this. Justice is coming, I'm telling you. Do not fret. They will not be able to hide from this. Okay, getting back to my point. Obama spied on Trump. The memo lays it out. The Democrats are now spinning. Russian bots didn't work. Partisan document didn't work. Here now is option 3 for them. Option 1 and 2. The price is wrong, Bob. It's like the Showcase Showdown. I'll take behind what's door number 3, right? Here's door number 3. Great piece in the Wall Street Journal today by Kim Strassel, who's doing amazing work. I don't know her, never met her, but her pieces are just incredible. I will link to it today in the show notes at bangino.com. Please subscribe to my show notes, folks. It'll make it so much easier for you to source this case. I put it together 5, 6, 7 stories a day that are not necessarily from today, but stories you need to read to follow this case and what's going on. Please subscribe to my show notes. Bangino.com. There's a big link there to subscribe to the email list. The email list, by the way, Joe, I didn't even tell you, is absolutely exploding. Oh, yeah. And I think it's because we're providing really relevant material. I will provide the latest Potomac Watch article by Kim Strassel at the Wall Street Journal, which describes option number 3. And option number 3, Joe, is going to be interference by Trump here. Shaggy! Here's option number 3. So here's what they're doing now, and Strassel lays this out brilliantly. A lot of you have emailed me and said, why is the Department of Justice, led by Jeff Sessions, a Trump appointee and a good man, why is the Department of Justice now sending a memo to Nunes and the committee saying, do not release the memo until we see it? Have you seen this story, Joe? No, I haven't. The DOJ, guy named Boyd at DOJ, sent a memo a few days ago, and there's a story in the show notes about this, the Strassel story. Read it. And the memo says, guys, ladies on House Intel, whatever, do not release this memo. We need to see it first. We need to go. Now, a lot of people have emailed me and said, Dan, I don't get it. If the DOJ is led by Sessions, what is going on here? Why is the Department of Justice telling Nunes not to release a memo, which you're telling us is going to clearly lay out this entire Obama spied on Trump scandal and the corruption that went on? Folks, you have to remember a couple things here. The DOJ, Jeff Sessions, the Attorney General, the head of the Department of Justice, is formally recused from this. He's not recused from Uranium One, in contrast to what a Republican congressman disingenuously put out there a while ago. But he's recused from this. Sessions is not involved with the special investigation. Rod Rosenstein is. Rod Rosenstein is knee-deep in all of this. Rod Rosenstein has fought from the beginning to make this all go away. Why do you think they appointed their buddy Bob Mueller? I told you, if you listened to the show last week or the week before, there's been so many of them, about Rosenstein's role in Uranium One and making that go away. A lot of the stuff that went on in the Obama era, and, you know, to be fair, some of it in the Bush era, especially with regard to spying, a lot of this stuff the swamp rats do not want exposed, Rosenstein being one of them.